Next video, uploaded by Faden 20 years ago. This is a very popular one. People will say proof of ghosts, evidence to support that ghosts are real in the way we believe them to be. So let's give it a watch. I think it's probably 480. I think it's more. If I remember right, there's like lights that float up in the trees.
Don't move in there. No, there's a motorcycle. See?
I don't see nothing down there.
So that off to the left was weird.
Can't be the motorcycles, honey. There's nothing sparkling. You see what I'm saying?
What is that?
Tree.
It's just kind of floating around.
You moved it, right?
Right here again.
Right there. See it?
Uh-huh.
Look.
There's nobody there. Where? I can't see.
Look. Is it those people?
Can't be.
There's nobody.
Not up in the trees.
I don't know if it's up in the trees. The guys talking make me think it's goofy. So like this first one here, I think very obviously a firefly wherever it is.
There. No, there's a motorcycle.
Right there. That's a firefly.
See?
I don't see.
No, there's a motorcycle.
Very obviously a firefly, I think, and like tall grass prime firefly habitat.
Nothing down there.
Now that was weird. I really
Can't be the motorcycles, honey.
another firefly
There's
on
nothing
the right
You see
side
what
that was
I'm
over
saying?
here.
What is that?
Tree.
No.
Oh, thanks,
moved
Mason.
it,
Have a good night.
right?
Sorry I missed that 3 minutes ago. I've been locked in on reacting and
there.
debunking
See
some
it?
ghosts, you know.
Look.
There's nobody there. Where? I can't see.
Look. Is it those people?
Can't be.
I think the story behind this is like a battlefield or something like that. Yeah, Gettysburg. I don't know. There's so much about ghosts that I don't really understand. Like there's I don't scary face to pop up on the screen screaming. I really thought that's what that first stupid Deer Park video was going to be when the door opened. I thought someone was going to run up to that and then be right up to the camera like the old you know, like the Scary Maze game, Scary Maze, and then there's the car just driving up the hill or whatever, and it's a jump scare. Ugh, used to get me so good as a kid. Yeah, that is a good point. This is what a ghost video should be, intentionally or not somehow. This video is really creepy, and it feels like a place that would actually be haunted for a good reason. Gettysburg, a lot of thousands of lives lost. Residual haunting. See, like, I don't understand where people get these terms from that I have no basis in, like, physical reality that we know of. You know? I don't know. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna be real. Don't know. I don't know what that would be. Chalk that one up to I cannot debunk it because I don't really know. At first, I thought if it was those little orbs, and honestly, what I remember of this video is it those little orbs, and I thought it was just going to be fireflies, but I guess not. I don't know.
There's nobody.
Not up in the
They're also
trees.
not really up in the trees. That's like back here. That looks like about 6 foot, unless that's a big drop off downhill. I don't know. Anyways, next we got a Nuke's top 5, big time Nuke's top 5.
I'm quite sexy.
Oh, is this Wicker? Oh, I thought this was that terrifying thing.
In this countdown, I'll attempt to showcase what many believe to be true photographic evidence of the existence of ghosts. Most of the ghost photos in this list were taken before the age of
These are
digital
ghost
cameras
photos.
and Photoshop. They were shot on actual film stock and examined by experienced photographic experts. The photos were all found to be authentic. not
Photos
manipulated.
nowadays can still be edited, old photos on film when they're digitalized. Anyways.
In development. In the end, of course, the decision is up to you. Are these images real ghosts caught on camera, or just simple photo fakes? You decide. It's the top 5 supposedly real ghosts caught on camera.
Let's see it, Nuke.
The Spectre of Newby Church.
Spectre of Newby Church, huh?
This next ghost photo is one of the most famous
Is
of
it?
all time. The photo was taken in 1963 in Newby Church in North Yorkshire in England. The specter
England
of the
would be
strange
haunted.
hooded monk with the distorted face seems so clear that it has led many to question the
I
authenticity
didn't even see
of
that
the
at first. That
photo.
just looks like Scream.
However, in the late 1970s, the film was examined by a team of experts working for the BBC. The group examined both the photo and the negative and found no evidence of tampering. Even stranger, during the examination, they surmised that judging by the angle and surroundings in the photo, the scary hooded entity would have been over 8 feet tall.
Are we serious right now? Like, actually, in what world would this be a face? I don't understand. What are we doing? Why? Okay. Like, are these spirits or these ghosts nefarious? That's why they're shaking lockers and why they're floating in fields and up by the altar in a Catholic church. Like, I just don't get it. I don't understand why. Like, what is the why? You know. And also, this looks like they could cut out someone in a scary thing from Spirit Halloween, lowered the opacity, and just put it, you know, up there.
The scary hooded entity would have been over.
Can't you even do that with film? You just like cut out a piece of another film that's like transparent, translucent-ish, and then overlay it, and then like glue it, and then let it cure. Isn't that a thing? Isn't that how they used to like edit and put like practical effects over stuff for film? Or am I losing my mind?
Tall. Now, the second reason that this photo has more credibility than the average random ghost photo is that it was taken in 1963 by the actual vicar of the Newby Church, Reverend Kenneth F. Lord. The Reverend says that he was attempting to take a picture of the church altar, and the bizarre figure just appeared in the photo when it was developed. By going public with his ghostly photograph, the Reverend had nothing to gain and could have easily lost the respect of his church congregation and brought shame to the church itself.
Okay, that is a little interesting,
So,
but
would a man of the cloth fake a ghost caught on camera photo when he had nothing to gain and everything to lose?
why would you
Let me
lose?
know what you think
What?
down in the comments. The White Lady of Worsted. In 1975, Peter and Diane Berthelot visited the Worsted Church in North Norfolk in the UK.
Easy there, Nuke.
Diane
You
took a
almost
seat amongst
Folk,
the empty
North
pews
Norfolk.
to say a short prayer. Her husband Peter snapped a candid photo of her as she sat in prayer.
High quality.
Later,
Oh
when the
my
film was
gosh,
developed,
what?
the couple was shown of her as she sat the ghostly aid of what appears to be a woman sitting behind Diane, dressed all in white, wearing a bonnet and old-fashioned clothing. Peter and Diane Berthelot swear that there was no one else present around Diane
It looks
when
like
the picture was
lens
taken.
flare thing.
The couple later showed this photo to Reverend Petit, the church vicar, and inquired about the strange specter in the photo. They were shocked when the Reverend told them about the White Lady, a ghost that is said to have haunted the Worsted Church for more than 150 years. In a local story dating back to the 1830s, it is said that a man laughingly dismissed the legend of the White Lady ghost, boasting that he would climb to the top of the church bell tower at midnight, and if the White Lady was there, he would give her a big kiss on the lips. As the story goes, the man followed through with his ill-advised boast. He did indeed climb the ladder to the
he
Worsted
fell
Church
to his
bell tower
death.
at midnight. Time passed, but the man never returned. Finally, the man's friends ascended the bell tower stairs to check on him. What they found shocked them to the core. The man was cowering in the corner of the bell tower, shivering violently and barely able to speak. Through quivering lips, he said simply, "I saw her. I saw the white lady." And then without another word, he closed his eyes and passed away.
What? What? If that's true, that's not funny. Obviously, he died, but what? He lived long enough for his friends to come talk to him. What a legend. If that's a real story, tragic, but if not, wow. Many reasons that shouldn't be real. He lived long enough for them to climb the ladder, come see him, and then
Quivering lips, he said simply, "I saw her. I saw the white lady." And then without another word, he closed his eyes and passed away.
No way. That's crazy. Okay, as for the photo, I don't know. I just think it looks like an artifact of like, I guess. Well, maybe there is light coming from this way as well. I was gonna say light, like meeting the camera weird. I don't know. I guess maybe if there is ghosts and they want to be present, being present in this situation and being like in a church you went to or something could be comforting if you're a lost spirit, prowling about the world. But I don't know.
Present around Diane when the picture was taken.
The legend
Later
makes me
showed
think
this
it's
photo
even
to Reverend
goofier.
Petit, the church vicar.
Black hole.
Our vision is a cruel survival experience in
What
an
kind of accent is
unforgiving
that?
corner of the universe.
The farm boy ghost of Hertfordshire, England.
It's always
Neil
England.
Sandbach was photographing some scenic farmhouse shots to be used as the backdrop for a couple's wedding stationery. The couple were planning to have their wedding at the quaint, out-of-the-way farm the next week. Later, when Neil examined the series of photos that he had taken, he was shocked to see that one of the images seemed to contain the bright, glowing figure of a young boy who seemed to be staring back at Neil from around the corner of one of the buildings. Neil says
I'm gonna
that
be
he's
real, I
sure
don't
that
even
there
know
was
what
no
to
one
say
else
to these.
present
They're
at the
just
farm when the photos were taken. Now, Neil was not sure exactly what had appeared in his photo. So before the wedding, Neil asked the staff of the farm if they had ever had any creepy or unexplained
Ice and wine,
experiences
chip
while
in.
working there. Even though the farm staff had not seen Neil's spooky photo, in fact didn't even know the picture existed, they all said that on many occasions they had each seen the figure of a young boy, dressed in old-fashioned white sleeping clothes and lurking around the barn. This is believed to be the spirit that Neil Sandbach photographed. But what do you think? Is it a real ghost caught on camera? Or just some careful
What's the whole photo look like? That's the whole photo? Like, why is he taking a picture? I don't know. I think it's all dumb. Maybe it is real. Maybe there's a ghost boy on that farm.
Of one of the buildings. Neil says that he's that Neil Sandbach photographed. But what do you think? Spirit that Neil Sandbach sleeping clothes and lurking around the barn. By an experienced photographer. Manipulation by an experienced photographer.
It's just
The Chico ghost truck.
not in England.
Roy, a California policeman, found an old abandoned truck on Honey Run Road in Chico, California. He took pictures of the truck for the purpose of logging the vehicle into police records.
Good police work.
So that it could be towed away. Later, when Roy checked his photos, he was shocked to see the clear image of a face staring back at him from the passenger seat of the truck. Roy swears that there was no
I didn't see that at first.
Pictures, photo police records, so that it could be towed.
Yeah, that really is something that looks interesting. Am I wrong to say that I think that just looks that way? Because, like, for some reason, the human mind and, like, our eyes and brain is really good at recognizing patterns and faces. Like, we have really good facial recognition. So, for example, this kind of makes me think that this is the window back here. So this is the seat going up over the window, maybe. And the window is, like, down to here, like, down to the chin there. And it's just back there. And it's just the stuff in the back that makes that look like that.
Way. Later, when Roy checked his photos, he was
Especially
shocked to
because,
see
like,
the
it
clear
really
image
looks
of
like
a
it here.
face staring back at him
Up
from
here,
the
not so
passenger
much
seat
like a
of the
person.
truck.
Ah, maybe.
Roy swears that there was no one around when he took his pictures, and the man's likeness did not appear in any of his other photos. Most disturbing is the strange, piercing look that
Not
the man
really a
appears to be
piercing
giving
look.
Roy as the
The
picture
more
is
zoomed
taken.
in it is, it makes me think it's whatever's over here as well. Just by chance looks like that, you know? Like the windows like that. Like this is probably a tree. Yeah.
But what do you think? Is this a real
Well, when you put
ghost
it in
caught on
black and white
camera,
like that,
or
obviously,
just
and change, like, edit the photo, obviously, it looks different.
a bizarre reflect other photos? But on camera, or just a bizarre reflection in
Let's see the
midday
Pink Lady of
sun?
O'Hare.
The Pink Lady of
Yeah.
O'Hare.
Yeah,
Armed with video and film cameras, a man named Guy Winters and a friend set out to explore the supposedly haunted O'Hare house in Greencastle, Indiana. The two men spent 2 days exploring and filming the house. Several minor oddities and paranormal occurrences were experienced, but by far the most striking supernatural evidence retrieved were these photos, snapped by Guy Winters of the outside of the O'Hare house. This first photo is the blurry picture of what appears to be a woman
That looks like
standing
just
in the
something
front
on the
doorway,
door.
staring out at the photographer. The second picture, another blurry
That one's weird, but the
manifestation
entire
looking out a
thing's blurry.
downstairs window.
Makes me think there's a lamp on in there and it's just
But
casting
what
that.
truly baffled
In fact, that's all
paranormal
it looks like.
researchers is this series of photos taken of an upstairs bedroom. It shows 3 photos of what has come to be called the Pink Lady of O'Hare
I was thinking something
house.
up here, but
Guy
oh,
Winters did not see
interesting.
this apparition at the time, and only found it later after the photos were developed.
Still think it's light reflecting on the window, but I don't know
Professional
what that
analysis of
would
the
be.
film proved that the images are indeed on the film negative. But perhaps even more chilling is what happened when the picture was run through a computer enhancement to try to uncover greater detail in the photo. When enhanced, the photo looks like a skull encased in the ghastly apparition of
Does
a
it?
human
What?
body. Unfortunately, no further investigation into O'Hare House was ever able to be conducted. Once Guy Winters' footage became public,
Yeah,
the
that
house's
looks like
owner,
Flash,
fearing
though.
intense
It's
interest
weird,
by
but
other paranormal researchers and local teenagers, had the house
Hmm.
demolished. There is now only a cornfield where the house once
Pink
stood.
Lady's just in the cornfield.
These photos taken by Guy Winters during his investigation may be the last shots ever taken of O'Hare House. So is this a real ghost caught on camera, or just a careful fake? You
I don't think it's
decide.
fake necessarily. I just don't think that's what it is. It's just a flare, a flash of light on the window.
So that's it. The top 5 scary and possibly real ghost pictures ever taken.
Honestly, that's like the only one that I can't think of anything for, but it's because it's in black and white, so I can't tell if there would be something there.
Are they real or are they fake? In the end, that's for you, the viewer, to decide.
That scary face in the background. Oh, wow. As always, thank you, Nuke. Thank you, Nuke, for a wonderful upload, wonderful video. Wonderful video. Thank you, Nuke. Let's put our hands together for Nuke. Yeah, I don't know. Still not convinced ghosts are real in the way we understand them, so there's that. Who would have thunk? Also, Zuby and Mason were supposed to react with me. Well, not necessarily, but